love the hustle, dreams come alive. Building the future, watch them strive.
See, the good thing about this one, I can talk to y'all and then just, I can always mute us afterwards.
Yeah, oh, there go that disclaimer.
Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of the Why-Oos Podcast. I'm your host, Kenny Mofanua.
And I lost the boss.
Guys, so smooth.
And we are live on YouTube and Facebook and Spotify for everybody that's tuning in live. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your neighbors, get online because we are live at the Why-Oos Podcast. What's up, fellas? We are rolling now.
What's up?
Man, we're going to get right to it first, guys. You know, you seen the disclaimer. We got a lot of hot topics. Everybody's talking smack about the President Donald Trump this week. He's been going viral. Not only that, we got what's her name, Angel Reese, claiming that she makes more money than somebody else, but it ends up being just the same amount. There's a lot of topic, man. There's some shootout that happened out there in the 775 area where lots of bosses at. There's a lot of things going on. So if you're interested, man, you don't want to miss out this live episode, man. But we're gonna jump right to South Park. South Park talking about Donald Trump. I seen Jesus on there. I seen some other people on there. Let's get with it, man. Since Lost the Boss, the one that brought it to the table, Lost the Boss, man. Why don't you go ahead and educate the viewers of what we're talking about when it comes to South Park?
I don't know, man. They just came out the wild episode, their first one for their believe their 27th season or so, like that. Mm-hmm. It was all based on Trump, man, just clowning them, bro. They're like, well, basically, the most focal point on there was saying that Donald Trump is a big talk with a small wee, and he's in bed with Satan. And then, oh man, he just got all sorts of reposts from everybody on TikTok, Instagram, just making fun of the poor old dude, man. If I was him, I felt bad about myself, man. It's like they're just teasing him about everything, saying that, and if anybody gets him upset, he's gonna sue him. That's his main thing, because remember, South Park just got re-signed from Paramount, and they just gave him a fat contract for $1.5 billion to release more episodes. And the first thing they do, they go make an episode about Trump and just start clowning him, man. It's like showing him in bed with saying that saying we don't want to get involved with him, saying I had one before you like that. And I don't know who you're referring to, but man, they just got him bad on that big time. Then they made a little clip when he was running in the desert naked. I was like, that's crazy. And then I heard his press team got online and saying that South Park has been relevant for 20 years, and they want to slander people and not speak the facts about them. But it was just hilarious that they got that clap back from the White House because of that episode they didn't like from South Park. But everybody knows South Park is controversial, man, all the time. They speak their mind. They don't care who it is. And it's funny how they did the episode right after they signed that big-ass contract, And it's like, all right, we're going to go with this since y'all paid us already. So ain't stopping us now. We're going to keep pushing.
What you got on it, guy so smooth?
Austin, he basically laid it out. Well, they clapped Trump's cheeks, but they also clapped everybody else. They clapped the NPR for getting canceled. Remember, Trump made a whole big deal about canceling USAID. All these Trump says so-called woke media places that were using taxpayer dollars to get funded and stuff. They were all cut, and South Park made fun of them because that was the opening scene to their episode. Was the character waking up and trying to turn on he goes, Alexa, turn on my favorite radio station, and it's NPR, and nothing comes on, and he goes to his mom and says, Mom, something's wrong with my radio station. It's all static and stuff. And then the mom is like, yeah, Trump cut the funding to NPR. So that in of itself, if you follow that story, it's hilarious because a lot of places that said that they weren't government funded, all of a sudden start laying off people, which means they were government funded. That's the underhanded meaning of it. And it was just cutting funds to these different outlets and places that were, Trump says he cut funds to them because they weren't neutral in the way they were reporting and stuff like that. If you guys understand what I mean, you don't report neutral news. You're reporting as propaganda and a bias towards one side, which in their case was, the left, which was the Democratic side. So that's the whole thing with that. But what I'm getting back to the whole episode, they didn't just hit on Trump. They hit everybody. They went after everybody, and that's South Park. I mean, all of the people who grew up with South Park knows South Park gonna do what South Park does.
They got on bad. Oh, they didn't even brought up they didn't even ask them the question. Are you in the Epstein files? And Trump kept saying, "Relax." I was like, because that's his response to every news is relax.
That's not going to go away. Those Epstein files are not going to go away because to the day we still got no arrests, no names, a lot of denial. Now they're saying the files out there. They're supposed to release a list or something.
But they're holding back though.
We endlessly waited. Yep.
Because Trump's supposedly in that list. You know what I'm saying? So.
Oh, he's in there. He's not supposedly in it. He in there. They already showed his name in there. Like more than 25 times on a flight log, I think. I think that's the latest one I saw on X. It's his own camp. Like I said, his own camp is on his ass about that.
Oh yeah. Definitely know Diddy was on that one.
Right. That's a whole another story right there.
Yeah, the thing that went viral, that what I seen too, was 443,000 people tuned into this first episode, and that was global when it launched. I'm just like, South Park? Damn, for that particular episode.
Well, you gotta also remember, even though it was launched right after the deal was made, they already put time. They had that thing in their pocket. You know, they were just waiting for the right time to drop it.
Green light.
And wasn't CBS the one? Was it CBS? I don't know if it was CBS the one that had to settle the lawsuit with them, with Trump.
It was Paramount too, because Paramount they fired they canceled Stephen Colbert, whatever.
But was it also them that had to do it with the 60-minute lie that they put out with?
CBS
they edited the whole video with Kamala, when she put her reply forth on the war on Israel. She put a stupid reply, but then they went and edited it. It was them, the same guys.
I think it was CBS, for that one.
Yeah, see what I mean? Like at the end, because the whole thing was, right, boys, like they had to settle that lawsuit because they wanted to do a merger with another company, this huge billion-dollar merger. And if Trump had that lawsuit still going, they wouldn't be able to get it off. And they knew they were in the wrong because remember, when you settle, it doesn't justify whether you were right or wrong. You're just settling. But everybody always says when you settle, it justifies you're wrong. You did the time, allegedly did it, but they can't say you did it in court. Like you cannot say it on paper.
I guess my thing is like, to me, it seems like that this was the only TV show that actually was able to no filter. Everything was on the table, specifically for Trump. Yeah, they were hitting everybody else too, but as everybody knows, well, you put Trump name out there in the algorithm, people are gonna click on it. Could it be the fact that they were just cartoon mimicking behind voices and stuff that they were able to get comfortable on it?
No, it wasn't the only show. They've been doing this for years. Come on now. They've been clowning on Trump for years, even after his presidency.
Yeah, SNL too. Like
hardcore clowning. And then not only clowning, then you got the news calling him Nazi and stuff like that. So he sued all those guys and they settled. But then the funny thing here, like Lost the Balls was saying, was big lawsuit settled. But South Park got paid the billions of dollars to remain on air again. Because it's been South Park's been more than 20 years on air?
Yeah, like 27 years or so.
And then they dropped that Trump episode, which everybody's just pointed out Trump. But that thing, if you watch the whole episode, they went after everybody. They went after everybody.
Yeah, but mostly Trump, though.
But yeah, Trump stood out because, man, the little ding-dings, the Satan part, the Epstein files, yeah, you definitely gonna...
Yeah, you kept making fun of him. I want to sue you. Everybody.
Oh.
It's definitely viral on YouTube for sure. Like that's
Or
all I've
bro,
seen on
and
my
his
side.
clapback didn't even help. Like that clapback, he said, "Dully, that was his words. It wasn't even his media team. He's the one that wrote it.
Oh, that's even crazier.
We all know.
What did he
All of us
say?
on X had it.
What was
No,
his
Oh, man.
clapback?
He said they were irrelevant for 20 plus years. He was talking
Yeah.
like they were irrelevant. I was like, bro, they've been popular all these years though. You know what I'm saying? It's like you trying to say they're not relevant, but obviously they are because they got a $1.5 billion contract. You know,
Yeah.
it puts you on blast big time.
So I guess the question is for me is why was it viral? Was it the fact that they called him out on his BS, or is it because it was entertaining, it
Exactly
was
that.
comedy, the
It was
satire?
all of that.
Yeah,
All of
Plus
that.
the extent they did it at, man, they took it above the bar, bro. They're like went all
Above
in
and
on
beyond.
Trump.
Like,
it was just pure entertainment, something that everybody needed a good laugh off of.
It was like harsh too, man. It was like, dude, I wouldn't want to show my face anymore if that episode was about me, bro. It's like, dude, they just like hit all the sensitive things about Trump, bro.
Even like that, he had no wiener and stuff. That's
Yeah,
when he was
like
walking in the desert.
basically saying like how
bro,
he
it
talks
was
big, you know what I'm
it's
saying?
small. Like they literally had him take off and they drew a small wiener on him, bro. Literally,
Yeah.
like a baby's wiener.
Paramount's trying to edit it, but the creators like, nah, we're gonna show everything.
Yeah, they showed everything, bro.
All you see is Trump's body and a little wiener just hanging on the bottom. Like, damn, that's crazy, man.
And literally standing by a huge Satan, and Satan's acting like a gay ass.
Yeah, it says like, I
said
don't like
yes.
you.
I don't like you anymore.
Trump was trying to get his feel on, and Satan was like, nah, get off me, man. I was like, plus he was like, you got a small wee wee too. I don't want to mess with you anymore.
Bro, yes. They went, they woke up and they chose violence. Freaking CBS chose violence with South Park going that route.
That's crazy, man. Yeah, I didn't know much about it until Lost the Boss brought it up, and I was going through it, and I just seen a whole bunch of different videos. Everybody like, there was more video reviews off of it,
Yeah.
like reaction. There you go, a lot of reaction for a whole bunch of content creators and stuff. So I was like, damn, I couldn't even find the actual episode to watch it because I ain't paying for no cable or no channels for it.
Yeah, it's on Paramount if you want to watch it. Go to Paramount.
Gotcha.
It's like even so bad that they made an apology video, but it's
They
so
did?
sarcastic. Yeah, the creators, they're being sarcastic with their like turning around different like random places. I'm sorry. Next one, different scenery. I'm sorry. I was like, you can tell they're being dicks about it, bro. That's what made it even more hilarious.
So is the lawsuit still going on? Is he still pressing charges?
No, he dropped the lawsuit. He settled. He got money though. He got hella money, millions.
Donald Trump?
Yeah, he's
Damn.
won all his. What a lot of people not understanding is this guy's winning all his cases against these TV stations that literally like the cases are slandering him. Like,
Well, what
but
I'm
he
saying,
didn't-
I'm referring
he
to the
didn't
South
win
Park
case. No, he didn't win the case.
No,
They
South Park ain't doing
settled.
nothing about South Park yet.
No, he didn't do anything about South Park. He said he's gonna sue him, but so he didn't win cases. They settled. You understand, right?
one. I understand
Like,
the
when you
settlement.
settle,
Yeah.
you don't get a win, you don't get a loss. You get the money. In his case, he wins and the company wins. They don't have to admit to wrongdoing. And in his case, okay, just give me my millions.
Damn.
Bro, we could
Yeah.
definitely do it at least a little bit, half of that millions.
But you know, this drama ain't over yet with Trump and South Park, bro. He's gonna try to go after the writers, but they don't care.
Bro.
They got $1 billion in their pocket right now.
Right? That
I
was
thought I thought I read something about them. Even like South Park was clowning on Paramount too.
Yeah, they were.
counting on everybody, bro. South Park, if you understand South Park don't give a F.
Yeah, I love
So I
those
think that's why it was very popular and viral this week because they were not. It was like they were transparent with it. They're clowning on everybody, even their own people.
No, but it was because they went after Trump that hard. Like, we're in the age where a lot of people are kind of tiptoeing around this administration and Trump in terms of media. These guys, they woke up and they wanted war, and they didn't care. Like Lotta Boss says, they got billions already in their pocket.
Yeah,
Who gives a damn? We're gonna put it out.
I'm gonna say what I want.
Imagine you are the producer, you're the executive producer, you're about to put something out on one of the most powerful presidents of the United States this century. You know how much you could mess your life up.
But these two didn't care.
I think I read something about even The View got canceled. Like everybody that's going against him and stuff on the media. I think I don't know
Well,
if it's like if it's real though.
it's mostly if you really take a look at it, bro. It's mostly a lot of the ones that have, yeah, you said it. The views against him. They haven't been doing neutral journalism, reporting both sides of the story. They only report one side of a story. And
Okay.
as you said, it's against him. So a lot of the ones that were against him and the right, they call him the far right and stuff and call him Nazi. Those guys, 89% of the country voted this guy in, and then you're gonna alienate that whole 89%. Of course, your freaking news channels and your networks are gonna lose money.
Okay. And speaking of that, bro, you brought up something about the federal. The economy's hot, but the rate stays high. Something about
Oh
like
yeah, they just had a little a Fed meeting based on because they always do meetings every 3 months or so. I might be wrong.
mhm.
Double check me on that. And they try to see what the health of the United States economy is. And remember, everybody was a lot of people naysayers were saying, "Oh, he's causing our economy to go down and tank and get destroyed." Well, the report came in. The economy is coming in hella hot. The power of the GDP that we got going is up like 3% or so, which is really good compared to all the, his even Trump's previous presidency, along with Barack ever since the Iraq War, the GDP improvement now is pretty good. So they say we're coming in hot, but they did the Fed. So the Fed that issues out what type of interest rates you get on your loans, they still didn't they said we're not going to cut interest rates. So the report kind of tanked the markets literally because of that. Because they heard there was no cuts to interest rates, crypto market fell, stock market fell. Everyone's like, what the F? What the F, man? We got a good economy and you're not going to cut our interest rates?
Yeah, it doesn't add up because in just the month of May, the report came in like there was like 139,000 new jobs. It also said that the interest rate that you're talking about, it was around 4.25% to like
Yeah, they're not going to
4.5%,
cut it. It's still too high.
which
It's
is
still
very
too
high.
high for people to borrow money against.
Yeah.
When you don't cut interest rates, people cannot access money here in the United States. Like you don't want to borrow freaking $100 and pay back like almost $200 on your loan, right? That's why that's just an extreme example, but that's what the Fed is supposed to. And that's why they're trying to introduce a bill in the freaking Congress to take out the Fed, like this organization. They don't want the Fed regulating our US dollars. They want it to go to the Treasury. That's a whole different story. Like if you guys follow that story, it's
It
'cause
just
they're saying
makes you wonder, like, I mean, both parties, which I'm referring to Democrat and Republic, they're not perfect because it's just
bro,
the
it's a uni party. They're both the same.
yeah, because the Democrat, yeah, they're
They're both
they're
the same.
complaining
both
about the
stealing
right
money from the
things.
people.
Yeah, what I'm saying is the Democrat people like AOG and all of them come up. They're complaining about the right thing for us to be aware of, but it's just the way that they're going about it. It's just not appealing to people's ears, you know. Because I mean, look at it. The numbers doesn't lie, dude. Yeah, this
Yeah.
recent people has Trump and his campaign definitely got more jobs in the U.S., but it still doesn't matter because you heard it. The interest rate hasn't changed.
It's not going down.
Yep,
They're
it's
not going to
not.
cut it.
So it's the sheesh? I don't know, y'all. I mean, do y'all
It
see any
affects
changes?
all you all. I mean, look at the prices of stuff where you guys are at. Look at your rent. Look at your bills.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
That's
look
what
at
the
y'all
interest
rent.
rate.
Y'all
Oh
rent
yeah,
is
right.
For
expensive.
real. I know.
Wait,
Guy So Smooth's the
Boss,
last
ain't
one to
you
talk
over
about
there
it.
in California and stuff?
Nah, he's in Reno,
Nevada.
Nevada.
You, yeah, that's right. Look at Hawaii's right. I stand corrected. We're like top 5 of freaking most expensive states in the
Top
United
3.
States.
Top 3 use.
Yeah, you guys, New
Okay.
York and Cali probably.
Yeah,
Yeah, top 3. Okay,
absolutely.
I take it back. Top 3. If I
So
think
you
we're
should
like
not-
number 2 or number 1, I think.
You should not ever try to compare our states
Hey, but we are catching up to Cali though, man. It's like it's getting expensive
for Nevada.
Yep. Well, especially Washoe County, northern Nevada. So
Whoever thought that like $20 is like worth $1 now?
Yep, the decay of the power of the dollar.
Yeah.
Hence, we put our money in Bitcoin. Not financial advice.
wish it was like the 1940s, where a dollar could carry you a long way.
Bruh, I
And
wish
the-
I could send mail back to the past so I could tell them, hey, buy a couple of these stocks and put some money in this and just leave it and set it and forget it.
Not even that
For
long ago.
real.
If you go back like what, 14 years ago, if you could mail a letter to yourself, put $100 and go buy Bitcoin,
That,
$100 worth.
Oh my gosh,
yep.
yo.
Yeah.
I always,
You'll be
we were
stupid
just
rich
talking
right
about
now.
it. It was last episode. We were just talking about it. I told Kenny, all I want to do is tell myself in 2009, just buy $1 worth of Bitcoin.
Well, I spent that on alcohol back then, man. $100 in one sitting. You know, it's like I could have used that and became a freaking millionaire right now.
Man, I remember exactly where I was at, bro. And I was in South Korea, and then one of the Korean dude was like, he had broken English, and he was just like showing me the Bitcoin. And at that time, it actually went up to like $1.
Yeah,
That's when it went up to $1. And I said, man, I don't believe in that crap, bruh. Y'all right about that, man. All I had to do was drop $20 or even $100.
$100
And
would you been filthy rich right now.
And then beyond that, there was other coins you could have did the same thing, even coming to the day. Like literally other coins you could have dropped $5 and been a millionaire by now.
Oh, look,
It's
hey,
just-
check this, folks. Like in 2021, when SHIB first came out, if you would have put $100 in SHIB, you know how much you have right now?
How much?
220 million.
Yeah.
In
shit
what?
was actually,
2021. If
I
you would have bought
missed that
SHIB,
boat. That was one of the boats I came in, I FOMO'd in
Yeah.
late.
that'll worth $221 million right now because it was about what 12 zeros back behind the decimal point back in 2021.
Yep.
Now
Yep.
4
it
zeros.
was- Yep.
Damn. If
Just
we
imagine
only knew. If we only knew.
$100. 4 years later, you're a millionaire.
Tell it lost. I was just telling Kenny on our previous episode, if we only had somebody chirping in our ear who already knew this stuff, was into it, was a
Yeah.
techie, was real, was down the rabbit hole. If we had somebody in our community that was chirping in our ears about this stuff, we would have known, and we would have just dropped like a
But you know, our
fraction of
background
a, yeah.
is like we're so hard headed. We
Bro.
don't believe in that stuff. We're like,
I was just gonna say that too. Like,
yeah,
yeah,
That's
we
what
would,
he
we
said.
still would have been right here. We still would have been like this.
I could buy me a bag of chips with that. What you talking about, man? I'm good.
Remember, guy, bro, this is the crab mentality. You know what I'm saying? It's the
Yeah,
crab in the
but-
bucket, dog.
Yeah, but I'm also telling you that's why we come up with this stuff. Like,
If
it's-
we only listen,
even though it happened later, I mean, we're doing it now for whatever younger generations out there. If you're listening, you may want to pay attention a little bit more to the world than being out there and doing what we did, like go to the club,
exactly.
For real,
rack
man.
up
Drinking,
freaking $700 tab, drinking and smoking, freaking thinking we were cool and shit, and not putting money into our finances. Dang,
Not even planning. We're just having fun when we're young.
bro.
Oh man, just imagine.
It's a cycle of life, yo. You know what I'm saying?
I just
Like,
want to
we
go
can't-
back in time and slap myself, like literally throat punch myself.
For real, man. I'm glad where I'm at, though, man. You know, we would have never become the people that we are. If we never enjoy ourselves
Yeah.
back then. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, we do struck gold on our investments, our current investments. You know, but until then,
Oh man, speaking of which, bro, remember I told you
Mhm.
to. I just messaged you to keep off on that XRP investment. The
What-
XRP
what-
people ain't too happy, dude.
what it dropped with the XRP.
So
Where's
one of
that
the
at?
CEOs, one of the founders are XRP. He sold like a couple of million. So you know when a founder sells sells your crypto coin, your own crypto coin,
Something's
they
happening.
yeah, like people that's not a good look for your foundation. That's not a good look for your coin either. They're being paper. They call them paper hands, and usually you want the founders to hold on to these coins to give the coins value and stuff. So
Or it could be a play to like lower it down so they can go ahead and buy it again.
Now,
well,
usually
let's
when
just
big whales do
yeah,
that,
go
they,
ahead.
they they dump it into like a false wallet. Like SHIB, it's like a lot of whales been dumping a lot of SHIB coins lately.
Bro,
Like,
I got out of my SHIB, Boost. I saw it already. You see how low SHIB is now? I'm glad I got out at a kind of like a profit.
yeah,
But going back, Kenny, usually when they get out like that, when you're called a whale, like you're a big ass, you own a lot of the freaking
coins.
uh the coins. You have a lot, like millions of dollars tied into it. And when you sell, you're dumping on the lower guys. You get where we're coming
Yeah.
from? Like the guys that hold only a couple, they spent like their measly $1,000 worth of their savings just to get coins with the value, with the hope that the coin will pop up to like $10. This big guy comes along and he sells it at $3, which drops the price even more. And get the community in the crypto community, when you do that, it's not good, bro. Like that's not a good look. It's one of those unsaid rules, like you effing your own community.
Unless they burn it into a wallet that don't exist no more. I still hold it
Hey
on to
man,
4 million tokens for SHIB, so I'm just waiting to see what it does with that.
bro. I had 100 something million chip tokens, bro.
Dang.
I had a lot invested, but then see, because I had that fear of missing out. That word I told you, Kenny, about FOMO, FOMO, fear of missing out. I had fear of missing out, and I jumped in when it was going hot. Literally, when it was going hot, when it was at its all-time highs, bought up, and then so I did the math, and I said, how many coins do I need? If this coin reaches 1 penny, I would get $1 million, and it said you needed 100,000. I mean, 100 million. I racked up just enough to get there, bro. I was like, I was working it, got it there, frick, and then it drops. Like the price drops. I came to Wadi ever since Trump did his thing and all that stuff. Even though crypto was looking good and hot, the price was dropping, and it didn't make sense. As an investor, you're looking at this thing going down, and you're like, what the hell? And some people say, hold on to it, hold on to it. I needed to do stuff. I need to grab more equipment, and I was like, nah, I'm gonna put this in something else that makes it grow. So I did that. I sold it, sold it. I didn't. Oh, the other thing you look at is you look at the community. You look at what they're doing in the community. Like if they're doing shady stuff, because they were doing a bunch of different things. They started putting out different coins. Like
All these meme coins.
yes, they SHIB itself started putting out different coins, and the developer was saying some funky stuff. Like I was like, nah, I'm not believing the vision anymore. So I up and out, got out. Yeah, ain't holding no bag.
Yeah, I just need SHIB to hit a penny. I'll be good.
Right? That's all you need.
Make 400,000. That'll be good enough.
That's
Damn,
all
I
you
don't even
need.
know. I'm just blinded. I'm just lost in everything you two are talking about because I still don't do my homework on doing all
It
that
sounds difficult.
research.
It's just like just numbers. You know what I mean?
Bro,
Yeah,
just do your play. Just listen to us and say, what am I buying? When am I buying?
I know. That's all I'm doing. I just checked out
That's
my portfolio on Robinhood and it looked like I lost $200. It was
no,
up
the
by
markets are
6.
down. Like I said, it was that
Yeah,
meeting.
it's
That
job,
meeting,
bro. I
people,
just looked at it.
that
I'm like, what
meeting
the heck?
saw some people on the Mooly said, because they were all thinking, yeah, we're going to get cuts. We're going to get cuts. Nope. Guy came out and said, oh, we're not doing no cuts. We're going to keep it at the same rate.
Damn, man. Speaking of that, the tsunami, dog. How was that going on down there in Hawaii?
Yeah, that was
Just
crazy
'cause-
for you.
yeah.
Yeah, bro. We had that meeting yesterday, and I literally. So in my case, because both my parents are disabled, like my mom just had surgery on her knee. A lot of old folkies out there, especially in our community, get your knees checked. Because man, if you're walking around, your knees are hurting, you're gonna get that operation going. So my mom had it, and my dad, like he needs 24/7 care, right? we had to move all of them. In addition, there's me and my siblings. I have 2 other siblings here helping out into one truck, and we had to get everybody. Mind you, we have to pick up all the vehicles, like the wheelchairs and stuff like that, and pack it up and move. And we had to, and the place we had to go to, high ground over here, is only 10 minutes away for us. If we go there on a normal day, it took us hour and freaking almost 2 hours to get there.
Damn.
We were still stuck here, and my brother was ready to rev it up if the wave came by. So the beach is like about the same distance, 10 minutes away from us. The beach is about 10 minutes away from us here in Kapolei side in Hawaii. But everybody was moving, man. There was traffic. I don't think Hawaii needs a better system than when it comes to this type of stuff. Like everybody was stuck in traffic from
Yeah,
'cause
they all
remember,
get
Russia's
caught
on-
up ways, man.
yeah. So the way we're set, we're more southerly or northerly or however you look on the map. And Russia, the tsunami is supposed to come from Honolulu side. I'm all the way on the other end of the island, and even when they evacuated down towards the town side, it was stupid. Like, they need better evacuation plans. Like, Hawaii, you need to step up. How many times you guys be hit with the freaking tsunami and you still haven't figured it out?
Yeah, I know. They need to start constructing roads going up into the mountains, like, build hundreds of routes so people get split
Bro,
up.
we need to get on Japan's level. Japan be ready for everything.
Y'all need a-
tsunami.
Oh, so y'all need to hurry up and build that damn railroad that's been up for almost a decade trying to build that. What the heck's going on with that?
Bro, we're in the same waters as California, man.
Man, Lee. You got a small island with a whole bunch of cars. There's more cars than there is roads.
Well, they did complete it. It's just, it's working out. Like, it's running. At least ours is running.
What do you say, like north side?
Yeah. No, wait. Man, I keep forgetting. More down Waianae side. So that's like what, the western side? Let me double check this.
Yeah, but while you're checking that, man, they said that the waves was up to like 4 meters. That's what they were predicting. According to what this chat is saying, that there was no U.S. damage reported, but the tsunami
No, there
warning
wasn't.
did
Very
go out.
minor.
So some waves still hit though.
Yeah, we're on the eastern side of the island, more eastern. The
Well, I'm
wave was
glad
supposed to
nothing
come from
happened,
the
y'all.
west. Yeah, bro. Like, it was cool, but at the same time, like I said, when you have elderly and you have disabled patients and stuff like that, man, I could understand the pain that a lot of people went. And there's a lot of that kind of people out here. You know what I mean? The elderly and the ones that need caregiving and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Just being in that traffic was stupid, bro.
So y'all got caught.
Yeah, bro. Like, my brother was ready to rev up his freaking truck and just run people over and get it to safety. He didn't care.
Go
Sheesh.
off roading.
Everybody was
Yeah, man.
panicking, huh? Was everybody panicking and stuff?
No, we would just keep it. So the funniest part too was we had literally some of our friends on Facebook and Instagram at the beaches waiting for the tsunami wave. So they were updating us live, and we just kept watching them.
They crazy.
Bro, crazy as hell. I have this one guy. He hella so he's an independent. He hella hard on the Republicans and Democrats. He out here. He's at Waianae Beach, looking at the beach. There ain't no way coming. These guys all lying out of their ass. They don't know how to do the math. The freaking waves are coming from the westerly side of the island. It's gonna take about 7 to 8 hours to get here, but I'm over here and I see nothing happening. Literally in the waters. He's in the beach, in the water. And I'm like, this guy's crazy. But everybody's watching to see what he's doing. So,
Yeah, because remember how tsunamis act. When the waves build, they suck out the water from the shores. And he's lucky he was sucked out.
So a lot of people don't understand though. They think it's gonna form like a huge wave that piles up and you see white, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't do that.
Yeah, it sucks up
Even
first.
even on the suck out, you just see like, oh, it looks like low tide. Like if you're used to beach life,
Yeah.
oh, it's low tide. Oh, it's really low tide. And then when the water comes in, it just comes in normally, but it doesn't stop coming in. Like it just keeps rising in level until it gets to the point where now it's on the road. Now it's on your where your homes are. And then the power comes when that stuff is sucking with like the immense pressure of the water pushes on your home and just knocks it down. It's a scary man. I'm just getting traumatized thinking about it because I was in the one. My family and I were caught in the one in back in American Samoa in 2009.
I know we actually had a Uso. He was out there with his son. He was going to
Yeah.
Samoa. Remember Tuli?
Yeah. He said
He
that
got
the
caught.
whole in
He
the
got
bay,
caught in Pongo with the
Pongo,
wave.
he said
Wave
that
was-
you were able to freaking see the bottom of the shore. I mean, on the ground right
Bro,
there in Pongo. I was like, damn, like literally the whole thing sucked out, and all of a sudden you see just
Yeah, he
everything
got
came
caught on
through.
after the last wave hit Pongo, and then it came up to where he was at by some store going up the hill. Going to what was it Dolphin Village? That you go to
Yeah,
Pongo,
I
right?
think it was.
Yeah, he got caught on that hill. The wave just came up, the water to his waist, and just washed back down. I was like, damn, you got lucky,
see the
bro.
It was a church. I
oh
think it was a
man,
church or a house saved his life because when it came in, when that water came in, it hit the building and it spread. It separated. It divided the water. So Tuli was saved by the building in front of him. Yeah, he was pretty traumatized, man. So
yo, I don't blame him. I was too. I mean, we were in Amangave and that was the one of the first places to get hit. And
Oh,
I'm
then
that's
like,
so
damn, bro, you was out there in the boonies, yo.
bro,
no kind
we
of
were right
protection.
For
beachside, no
real,
kind of
who's?
so that thing came in and did a whirlpool because Amangave is almost created like a
Little
harbor
crater.
bay, like a little crater. So that thing came in, hit, and whirlpooled the entire village. The only ones that survived were the ones more towards the mountainside, further back. So
Shit,
it
I didn't even know that
wiped
Among
out.
Ave even had people on the mountain, bro. It's like not even a lot of. It's like very small population over there in Among Ave.
And
Oh,
what's
we're
the other
there.
village all the way where Uncle them used to live? Is it Fangamalo?
Fangamalo.
Yeah, Fangamalo is the farthest one down.
Yeah.
So what happened to the Alatawa sides was the 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 tsunami destroyed the roads. You couldn't get onto the other side with your car, so you literally had to walk over it. And a couple of people, prayers up to all them in the family and the remembrance lost their lives on our side, all the way down to Leone, and then I know Pango side up there too. A lot of people. There was a lot. I think more than 30
Yeah, my dad's
for our
house got wiped
population.
out.
That's huge. Yeah.
Yeah, I lost the boss's dad, Uncle Coelho. Yep.
Uh,
Yeah, his house was right next door to Mark and Matt's video,
Bro, your dad's house was literally right on the water.
right there on the water.
For real, yo.
and the traumatizing part is you're always alert to the point where every like a little shake in your body and you think it's an earthquake.
Yep.
Sometimes when you get the shakes, you think it's an earthquake. You can't sleep. Like you can't sleep because you're literally thinking, is there another earthquake gonna happen? Is there another wave gonna come through? Um, then the sounds of remembering the sounds of the houses being broken and stuff like that, and all the trees getting snapped. Yeah,
The
not a
first
good
sign would be
feeling.
the animals because they detect that stuff coming first. Like if the dogs start
Yep.
barking crazy and then you see the birds flying in the opposite
Well,
direction.
our dogs didn't bark crazy. Our dogs went and hid. Like we saw them run and
Oh, they
hide
hella messed
and
up.
cower. They were cowering like that. Then we knew like, oh, it's bad. Like our dogs ran into our house and they were cowering, hiding under between the couches. Luckily, we were able to get them out because they
Tell you,
didn't want to come
animals
out
give
of
you
the
that first
house.
hint. Let's look
Yep.
at the animals.
Damn, your damn dog did not take care of you guys so smooth. What the heck?
Bro,
They just
if the
said they
dog
didn't
is
even
scared of
bark or
it, you should be
nothing.
scared of it.
But normally dogs will just bark and just like take off. But these guys just they
Not
just said,
really.
"Oh, I'm out,
Not
yo."
really. No,
He's
That's
all
man,
right.
dogs will get
crazy.
scared too. Animals will get scared too. Supernatural stuff, animals will get scared of that stuff too.
They just know that, man.
Like, especially in Samoa, man. That's all over the island.
Hey, but speaking of the tsunami, right? So I was checking it out on YouTube, and then some people on a TikTok side, I'm sorry, on the TikTok side was actually like filming going, and they were capturing themselves. They was on a boat, they was on their own boat in the ocean. I was reading the comment. I was like, that might be a smarter way to survive the tsunami. And a
Nope.
lot of people are commenting and saying that, yeah, that's actually a lot better to be on the ocean away from the land where the tsunami is getting targeted at.
You got to be a couple miles out from land. You
Yeah,
can't
they
be
were
near
they were
land.
not near
Period.
land, so they were away from it. As it, and I was like, wow, that's actually pretty smart. Some
No,
folks
but
were
bro,
out
if you
there.
have land in sight, you still gonna get caught
Nah,
because
these
the
guys were
current will drag
away.
your boat.
Yeah,
Okay,
these
yeah,
guys were away. Like
it'll
you
go
can
right under
barely
you.
see Hawaii and stuff. I was like,
Oh, all right,
wow,
yeah,
they were
it'll go
smart.
under them.
Yeah, they was in the deep blue sea. They were like, yeah, to test the
The
theory
only,
and stuff.
I
Because a
think the
lot of
most
and
dangerous
those
out
that
there
was
is
on
like where the
shore,
waves.
yeah, those that were on shore, they were like, man, why are all these boats on the ocean like they're moving away? I'm like, well, according to all the people that understands how to
Yeah, you
navigate
got to
on the
move out.
sea, you move
Yeah,
out. That's why there were so many boats out there that was actually moving away from the land. I was like, wow, okay,
because you
it's good
think
to know.
about how much hundred thousands they got in their boats and stuff.
It's
You
like the
know what
Noah.
you know, it's like you got to park your car in the garage and stuff, take it in out of the storm.
Damn. Yeah,
But
and
yeah,
then
we're doing good. Yeah, we're they canceled the warning. What was it earlier this morning,
everything's in
my
the
time.
clear.
Everything's in the clear. The minor damage they said, like there were places along the shoreline, just a little flooding went into like some hotels that were along the shoreline. That's it.
That's good. Oh, that's good to hear that Hawaii is safe. I know that the West Coast too, California area, Seattle, everybody's good out there too. So that's good to know. Could it be something like I know the reports came for that it was in the shore of Russia, of an earthquake and stuff? Do you think that Russia intentionally did that to try to create something, or that's just a straight natural cause?
They said that quake started from the ocean, like
Yeah, it was
several
in the
miles off of
ocean
Russia's
off of
shores.
Russia. I think Russia got hit pretty hard though. Like that quake kind of. I think there was a bunch of there was some
Oh yeah, they got shook up real
casualties.
bad. It was like eight point
Yeah,
nine, I think, on the magnitude.
we're
That's
just
like
not
the
hearing about it because they're not covering it. You know, people, our media don't want to cover nothing about Russia. Freaking biased as hell.
yeah. They only cover it when Hawaii had a tsunami warning. That's it.
Bruh. Yeah.
Well, hopefully, them folks out there are okay. You know what I mean?
Word.
Yeah, they show buildings collapsing over there. I was like, damn, that's crazy.
And what about the shootout out there in Reno, Nevada? Man, that was another thing that was going on this week too.
Yeah,
It's
that
been
was crazy
reported
too.
that,
Monday morning,
yeah,
yeah. Random
uh,
dude just thought it'd be a good idea to go and shoot people with a handgun. I was like, no motive whatsoever. He just
at
wanted to
Handgun.
GSR, at
get
GSR, Grand Sierra Resort. Man, that's crazy.
anybody else standing outside was getting shot.
Dang it. They didn't even, was there a follow up on the news on what the like, no motives you said?
Nothing yet right now. They just know the cops shot back at him, hit him. He's in a hospital, critical condition too. But he ended up killing 3 people, shot 6 total. I don't know what his agenda was, but yeah, it was crazy though.
How's the local community feel about that? How do you feel about it?
It's like I'm just glad I wasn't at GSR gambling that morning. So, but not really anybody's talking about it. It wasn't really big on social media for local wise. And that's crazy because Reno's like one of those cities known not to have any violence like that happen, pop off. But I guess they're supposed to get used to the shootings, but I don't think so.
That's crazy though, because a whole bunch of our family members always goes around there, especially with the golf range right there, right
Oh
outside
yeah,
of
but
GSR.
it was early in the morning. Good thing nobody goes there that early.
That's crazy, dude. Something similar happened in New York too that they're saying the news
Yeah,
side.
well, with that guy, they say he was like a football player. He was 27 years old. He was from Las Vegas, and he drove cross country to New York. And I guess he was trying to go to the. He had a case of CTE. Remember, like Junior Seau, how he died with that
Oh man,
disease? Yeah. So he was trying to go to the NFL office in that building, and just shooting random people and then killing a cop while he was out there. This guy looked like a straight G when he walked in there. Like, you guys ever watch that movie Heat?
Heat.
Yeah.
Remember? Yeah, with Val Kilmer and them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he was like a Val
did that?
Kilmer. He just walked up with the what was it, M4? Walked straight to that building and started just blasting random people. And luckily
he
the cops
killed
caught
4
him
of
and
them.
shot him before he got to kill more.
4 of them. A cop
Yep,
and
he went
3 other people.
straight to the 30th floor of that building trying to find the NFL, representatives and trying to shoot them, I guess, because he had CTE.
Well, it was reported he had a history of mental illness. He was
Yep.
a football player. Freaking
Oh,
CNN
and then-
said he was a white male. What a bunch.
Yeah.
Didn't correct themselves until I think a day later or an hour later. CNN, you a fool.
And he had a
Clearly
note in his
discredited.
pocket, too. He says,
Yeah,
I
he
have
said that-
CTE. Please study my brain.
my
after I
brain.
kill me." Yeah.
He did what Junior Seau did. Sheesh.
What did Junior say? But Junior said I just shot himself.
He just shot himself. yeah.
Allegedly. This guy
No,
went ahead
I
and started
think-
shooting other people. You see
No,
what I'm saying?
it said this guy shot himself too in the chest.
Oh,
After
yeah,
he
that's right. He
shooting
shot
around
himself.
everybody else.
He
Yeah.
offed those guys and shot himself in the chest.
I was like, you could have did that at home, bro.
Yeah.
Hurting innocent people. I was like, you got a problem. Just stay your ass and shoot yourself in the house, bro. That's like
I'm
all
pretty
these
sure
mass shooters.
all the mass shooters got mental illness problems.
Yeah, it's like, why you got to take other people? Just take yourself if you don't, you can't handle that mental issue. That's just messed up. You got to take out innocent lives just because you're not right with yourself,
That's why they call them mental. They don't even give a damn. They want to take. I don't know if it's to show everyone or we can't be in the minds of these killers. But you're right. Like everyone's been doing it. Like that was the recent one. I was kind of surprised when you said the Reno one. I knew about the New York one because, like I said,
Yeah, the Reno one
CNN
happened on
over there
Monday
effing
morning.
up, trying to make a whole race issue out of it, and it wasn't even a race. The guy was black, clearly black on the freaking. You can see it. And
Yeah.
they're trying to call him white.
Like, I wasn't too sure about the shooter over here in Reno, but I don't know. They still hasn't, gave
They
the vote.
haven't even put out news about the Reno shooter. I don't see anything on X, bro.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
go to
I'm
Google.
going through X. I'm
you
going
find it on
through X
Google,
looking for the Reno shooter. I'm going, is there a reason why they're not putting anything out on the Reno shooter? See, this is what people are all pissed off about all the news networks. They've been very biased with the way they release news. Not
Pick and
giving
choose
the
stories.
not giving the unfiltered information and not letting us figure out for ourselves what's going on because they think we're dumb idiots.
It's crazy, man. And speaking of that, guys, Florida passes legislation allowing the death penalty for adult conviction of sexual battery of minors under 12. Got so smooth, you brought that up, bro. What's going on with
Yeah,
this?
that's with Ron DeSantis' new bill he put out from Florida, and a lot of people are championing that bill. So that's their new law. I mean, you sexually assault a minor 12 years and younger, you get the death penalty right off the bat. I fully support the bill, bro.
Well,
Yeah,
some
yeah.
sources are saying that it's not going to get passed. Some sources are saying that, and this is actually being one of the first ones, the state that's actually going to be doing this. That's not has nothing to do with I forgot what they call it. Like it's not like the death penalty is basically made for like killers.
Murder.
Yeah, murder stuff. So this would be the one. That's what the news is saying. Well, at least some of the sources. But yeah, that's
Bro, no, his
We
bill
shall
is
see.
passed for his state. It's passed.
it's been confirmed.
Yeah, he's the governor. He signed it.
Mm.
Damn, this guy ain't playing with the molesters.
He ain't playing. He's also signing the bill that takes off takes away property taxes.
Oh,
That's
good.
okay. Yeah, Florida's on it. Like Florida said, if you own your property, you should not be taxed on it.
Exactly. Why
Surely,
is the
for
US
real.
still
I'm down for that. Well, that's a
That
good
was
I
something to
sign.
think
get
that's
buck.
why Florida's getting a huge influx of a lot of people migrating out that way
From California and New York.
from California, Hawaii, and
New
a lot
York.
of the other blue states.
A lot of people from New York has moved out there. Yeah.
I'll tell you, Florida's gonna get overpacked. Miami's already packed, but the rest of
Okay,
Florida's
so
gonna be packed.
right. Plus, what isn't Florida like the hurricane country? I mean, hurricane state of the United
I
States
was
as well,
just thinking of that too. I'm like, yeah, they're
right?
gonna go for the taxes, but they're not gonna like that whole hurricane stuff. That's a different beast. And then
Hey, it's just like Samoa, though, boys. We always
no,
had
it's
hurricanes.
worse. I know, but it's worse.
At least you know how to
Yeah.
handle it.
But you make
Samoa
money
would
easier
kinda-
in Florida, right?
Yep.
That's all I
Mhm.
need to hear. Like it's easier to make money in Florida and keep it in your pocket instead of freaking.
And I
other
heard the
people trying to
female
dip
ratio
into
over
it.
there is 3-1, so that's pretty damn good.
Ooh, we need to test that out.
Exactly, bro. I'm telling you, 3-1. Who love those odds?
Man.
Well, you know,
Okay, so-
Florida is also known for like this the senior citizens because you know, as the older you get cold and chills.
Oh, they,
So
no,
a
yeah.
lot of people
The warmer
migrate
They
down
got
there because it's warmer.
citizen villages, bro. I've seen it with the
Oh
golf
yeah, they
carts.
got good. That's right. They have a pretty good
Community, yeah. They got several
retirement communities out there.
They got a community of what?
of the
Retirement
seniors.
communities.
Yeah,
like,
the seniors.
for seniors. Like they moved to Florida. It's one of the best places to move to for seniors.
Yeah, everybody
Yeah.
buys a golf cart. That's how they travel. In their community.
Because I didn't even realize that, but yeah, somebody told me, and I'm like, that does make a lot of sense. One of the reasons is because you know, the older you get, you become cold faster. So people, senior citizens, like to move to a warm area,
Plus, it's cheap
because-
in the community,
and because it's cheap. Yeah,
and it's nice.
Yeah. So
I know where I'm gonna be
Even-
at, and if I reach 70 to 80 years old, go to
the
Florida.
only thing though is just watch out for the gators and the
Yeah, gators is dangerous out there, bro.
they leave
Well-
gators like freaking rat or what do you call like mongoose in Hawaii or cats in Hawaii. Like cats and dogs. That's how gators are out there in Florida. They're everywhere.
I don't know, man. You remember that one incident at Disneyland where the poor 4-year-old
Oh,
was walking
shoot.
by the pond and it ended up
Got
missing?
snatched.
Yep. Gator snatched that little 4-year-old up.
Well,
Yeah,
are
the
they
Disneyland.
like deers out there? Do y'all know?
Huh?
Are they like the
Like what?
deers in the Midwest? Deers, because you like there's more deers. I don't know if that's true. Allegedly, there's more
No,
deers
there's
than the
more
actual
gators
population
out.
is.
So these guys are out in everywhere. Like anywhere
Yeah.
there's a water, because
Source.
Florida has a lot of water places around, like ponds.
Like you can't kill them all.
I think they have a. Do they have a law? There might be a law against killing gators. That they get like licenses to go hunt that stuff.
Yeah, you got like a certain amount of gators you can hunt during the season, trying to control the
then-
population.
Yeah, they're everywhere, bro. Like in Florida, because Florida has a lot of waterways. They're everywhere. You just got to be careful. Like you may be even living in a community. It's not gated off. Like the waterways aren't gated, like protected by gates. A lot of them. And the gators will just walk up into your neighborhood.
So why do you think they're being protected? Because of their leather skin? They produce
I
a
have no
lot?
idea, man. People.
Animal rights, bro. Who knows?
The people just want to keep things alive.
Sheesh,
Yeah,
who
I'll probably
knows?
make me some boots or a boot,
Yeah,
make a
man.
cool cowboy hat, you know?
We can only speculate because we over here in the safe zone. We don't have to deal with gay. Florida is like the Australia of the United States. If you guys been to Australia, damn.
I heard about the crocs out there, yeah.
Not just crocs, like the animal and the insect life in Australia is on a whole different level. Big ups to the Australian, my Aussie peeps. You guys are hardcore.
So we're gonna jump into the topic of random conversation, man. Me and Guy So Smooth, we were just talking not that long ago before the podcast. I'm gonna introduce yours first, man. I'm calling it the Wi-Fi name. Why don't you go ahead and let our viewers know why we're gonna be talking about the Wi-Fi name, and then I'll go ahead and introduce about the fortune cookies.
Oh yeah, you called me like last night. What was it, earlier this morning?
And let's just see if we
So
can
I was,
peek.
I was trying to
lost the
freaking
bosses.
research one of our topics, and my freaking Wi-Fi goes out. Spectrum, you idiots! You guys freaking need to work on your Wi-Fi for the freaking Capole area. I don't know why you keep dropping it. Anyhow, we were hooked. So our router goes out, and then I'm telling Kenny, I'm looking at all the available routers up here, and there's a router that says FBI van.
Oh hell
And
no.
I told him a story about how I play like a lot of us techies, or you would call like we would go on like Kenny loves to call us nerds. We'd go on. If you know about computer life and Wi-Fi messaging, you change the name of your Wi-Fi router to like a message just to send out to the anybody else who's a nerd and would look at that, right? So I played one of those back in the day. Somebody sent up a message kind of like yo, what's up? And then I saw another router go up named so there was a router called Yo, what's up? Another router went and switched their name to nothing much. And I sent a message out something like, so where the party at? And another router would switch their name to an address. And then people, you would know, oh, we all talking to each other. So that's why he was saying, man, I didn't know. Kenny is telling me, I didn't know people do that with their router. They literally still do it. So I'm looking at all my routers over here. There's a router here called Long Ding Dong. So people do stupid stuff like that just to clown on neighbors and stuff, bro. That's the whole story behind Wi-Fi, trolling and the things that freaking nerds and techies
The
will
little
do
undercover
just to-
messages.
Yeah,
it's
but
it's
it makes sense what
to
you're
F
saying.
around and stuff.
I'm just now looking at my router right now, and I see somebody says, "I love my dogs too."
Hey,
For
it doesn't be your brother,
literally.
Bruce.
Huh?
For your brother Lot, his router.
What?
When I first came here, it was
Uh-huh.
Polo King Kong.
See?
Damn nerds,
And
these
right
techie guys.
Only the Samoans will understand.
I got
Oh,
another
hey,
one
Bruce.
over here named the Jizz.
See, because of that long ding dong.
Damn.
So obviously, one of my neighbors like Alloy. You know what I mean? Because that's what they have as a router, dog. Alloy. And now I know that this one of my neighbors love dogs. Okay, maybe I'll be
But
like,
if it's one
I
thing
hate
too,
dogs. I mean, I should put it on there. I hate dogs. See if they'll communicate.
I'm gonna let you guys also in on a little game on that. If it's one thing too, those routers that switch their names up to those kinds of funny names and stuff like that, you don't
Mhm.
want to click on them. Most likely, they're either hackers, they're nerds, or they know what to do when you're clicking and trying to use their internet. You get what I'm coming from?
Dog, man.
Mm.
Just trying to bait you to click.
Exactly.
So they can steal your information or hack
Exactly.
into your system.
Yeah, that's what I
Yes.
want to be
Just
hopping
don't
on is the
understand.
dark web, bro. But then
Bruh.
again, I don't want to download that software you got to get first before you ensure it.
Yeah.
Bro,
the
I don't know.
software
I
you
hear
get
about it.
protects
Is
you
it
from
real?
from doing that. You
Yeah, the
gotta.
dark
You
web is
need
real.
that. Yeah, you need that. You need that browser. What was it called again?
I
Freaking
forgot what it was called.
the
But yeah.
Tor, the TOR browser to go on the dark web. Because if you don't have that browser and you don't hide your IP address and all that, you stare into the dark web and the dark web will stare back. They will rob you of all your computer identification, your credit card information, your browser search history. They will take everything from you if you enter the dark web on a regular
But
browser.
then you can find anything on a dark web.
This is not advice for you all to go out and do it. Disclaimer: we're not saying you all should go do. Don't. We're saying don't do it.
Yeah, I will try it, but you don't do it.
Damn. And then, me and Guy was talking about that last episode, Lost. Do you know anything about the poly Twitter?
Poly Twitter.
They got a poly
Yeah.
Twitter?
They got a
Oh, yeah.
poly Twitter. I've heard about it too on one of the Usos podcasts and stuff. Shout out to
Oh yeah,
the
you brought it
Polytech.
up the last time. We were
Yeah, I'm just
first
like,
on
man,
it.
I keep hearing. I try to look at it on X. I can't find it unless they're
If it
just
doesn't
making
exist,
It
it doesn't exist, bro.
It's like
up. Well,
people-
like they said, there's a black Twitter out there too. So I don't know.
yeah, it's called X.
Speaking of Black Twitter and all that other stuff, we were talking about Lost the Boss. One of the things you mentioned was like Black Wall Street.
Yeah,
Like you wanted to have a Black Wall Street going, and I was
Mm-hmm.
trying to
a
tell Kenny.
Polynesian one.
Well, I was telling Kenny the whole concept behind Wall Street don't exist no more because people have evolved it into like the what was it called? Remember that movement against Wall Street?
Yeah,
Uh yeah, people have evolved into that because they understand. I get where you're coming from. Like I know what you wanted to do. Like a bunch of companies where people like own their companies and start building stuff. But I was saying we got to get on to the next level, which is like the guys who are into Bitcoin and all that stuff. That type of thinking. Don't let the government control what you have.
oh, no, that's why the Poly Wall Street's trying to be a deal. Like, remember how Black Wall Street first came out back in the early 40s, 50s, and then the white man found out and they hated on that they were building their own funds, and they shut that down real quick. They didn't want
Yeah.
them to come up. They didn't want them to climb the totem pole. They want to keep them down below. So that's why they crushed their dreams and trying to keep them down. It's like, nah, we got you where where you want you. We're gonna set up the system the way we want to. We don't want y'all to come up with us, because they're gatekeeping for themselves. That's the thing we got to break out of right now, bro. It's like trying to get out their system and be our own. Like build our own money, build our own community, build our own banks. It's like we need all that for our people. So it's like it's like it's like everything is biased. Like say for a job position, they see somebody like Kenny's name. They see Kenny, oh, that's good. Then Mo Fanua, then you got a Billy Joel, whatever, Billy Johnson. They'll get the job over Kenny just because of his name. You know what I mean?
So I hear you, bro. I get where you following on that, Kenny? What he was talking about?
I'm tracking.
I'll give you the
I'm
history
checking what he's
lesson that Lost the Balls to talk about with the Black Wall Street. So the Black Wall Street, that's the one where they get this whole. It's called the Tulsa. How do you say it? TULSA.
Tulsa, yeah.
Tusky.
The Tulsa Race Massacre. It's one of the big government operations. And what Lost the Boss was saying, because he said, "White man," more specifically, the Ku Klux Klan members within the government were able to force the U.S. government to send people out there and freaking destroy this community of black business owners who were up and coming, because, like he said, they didn't like them, and
Yeah, there's a lot of documentaries on it. I'm familiar with
it's
it
back in
because
1921, May 31st to June 1st.
it was messed up because they even had planes come in there and just like torch that whole block,
Yeah.
like the city of where's it at? Arkansas? Where's it?
Tulsa.
Somewhere Tulsa? Yeah, it's whatever
Tulsa.
state that is.
Greenwood District of Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. So
Yep.
it's actually in the city of Oklahoma, and it was one of the districts, and it was at Black Wall Street. Bringing all the and the whole point of like what America, which Trump is trying to do, is have all the funds that we profit here and let the people that make the money here spend it in the U.S. instead of like money getting outsourced to Asia, Mexico, and you name it, so far and so on. And the most brutal thing about it is the saddest thing about it is the way they were able to trigger them because they blame a poor kid who happened to be in the elevator and a white lady came out the elevator screaming that the guy was trying to harass her and stuff, and that's how they started the whole thing riot on them. I was
No,
like,
it's
"God,
not
that's
even that.
deep,
It's
bro."
just that it's just as Lost the Boss said. Like these people didn't want these people with their specific views of hatred towards another race, didn't want this community succeeding. So, like you said, they just picked they were just waiting for anything to happen
Any
so
reason,
they could
just
go
trying to
in
find a
there.
little reason to trigger
Any
it.
reason. And you know what? That kind of echoes to what's going on right here. I'm gonna take it to a world macro view, yeah? With
That's
the
basically what
freaking the
Trump is
war.
doing.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. Like the wars with freaking a lot of people
Israel,
not liking Israel right now because
yeah,
Israel trying to tell US where to go to war at.
hmm
Literally. Like if you look at what we're doing, like it doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. Like who's attacking who? Who's fighting? Why are we bombing up? What the? Why
And
are
they're
we
the
sending
aggressors right
more?
now. Yeah.
Yeah, like why are we sending more bullets and stuff over there? What we just voted you in to stop the wars. That's what's getting, that's why he's taking hits right now. His approval ratings, Trump's approval ratings right now is tanking. Like, and I know he doesn't like that. Trump's one of those guys. He loves when his approval ratings are up in the
Yeah,
skies,
it's
which
the
they
lowest
were.
ever in history.
Yeah, it's right now. Like they're reporting it right now. It's tanky. Like even with his own MAGA base, because there's a couple of people in the MAGA. They're not stupid. They know what they voted for. They didn't want wars. They didn't want no. They say get out of the wars, and they want the money, like you said, to stay here. So he's having a problem with his own base, like trying to do stuff. So and a lot of people, like I could ask you guys, like, do you support Israel? The old
Oh
idea of
no,
Israel, yeah, but not the current. Like the guys running Israel right now, bro. If you know about the conspiracy theories behind that, which were proven true, they're not conspiracy theories no more. Sheesh. Israel is like Israel is making the U.S. treaty like I just me, my personal opinion. When I look at all this stuff that's happening, it looked like Israel making the U.S. its little biatch.
little
Like
puppet master over there.
right, like we got the power, and they're just saying, hey, go fight that guy. Hey, go fight that guy.
And
My
well,
bad. I hope I
my
don't get
sister brought up
canceled for this.
another thing about Israel, like like the way they're acting right now, right? She's like, what makes them believe that they're the actual promised land from the Bible?
Well,
What
that's
if
what
that's
other
not the
people are
real
trying to
Israel?
argue. Like they're
Yeah,
saying this is well, that's a whole new different thingy. People are trying to argue like, are you guys aren't the real ancient Israelis that they were talking about?
yeah. I don't think they is, man, because they on a whole different level.
I don't even want to freaking dive into that, but we must if we had to. Like we said, those wars are happening. Goes back to your Black Wall Street thingy and creating a poly community. I
Yep.
would say take it a step further. Don't just create a poly community. Just bring together people that you trust and can build on the same vision, and that'll be your community right there. It doesn't even matter, and then those guys will help build the foundation to whatever kind of finance stable structure you got going. But the
Oh yeah.
hard part about doing that, we can't do it because all these policies put into place in the different states makes it hard for us to earn money, to keep jobs, and to pay for like a living on one job. You guys get where I'm coming from? Like,
That's why we gotta build our community, man, so we can make our own money.
yeah. Well, I hope and that goes back to I hope one of my coins go to 1 penny, like you said. Forget the community. I got my 100,000. We're gonna build something else.
You got to build the community, man. You got to build the foundation in order to move.
Yeah.
I mean, so my thinking of that too, not Israel, but just in general, right? I was talking to my partners out here, and I'm like, hey, you ever notice that every town? Because just from my own experience, living in West Coast, living in the south, in the north, the south, and the East Coast, in the U.S. alone,
Living all over.
and then all these little towns too, right? Just living in little towns too. One thing I noticed is like there's every town in America has a Chinese buffet, and what I'm saying is, what I notice is the only employees other than Asians that's in there is from Mexico, Mexicans that will cook and stuff. And you think about every little town that pumps money into these food because we all like eating at the Chinese buffet. Like, where does that money go? Because obviously it doesn't stay in our country. These Chinese people, it's like a network going on. Like they're just so smart to still maneuver and send that money outside. So you don't see local, when I'm saying local residents or citizens being staffed in these places. You don't. And it just makes me raise the question like, wow, we can't even control our own people. Our government can't even control the businesses that's happening here. I mean, there's so many Chinatowns in all the big mainstream cities. But us Polynesians, we ain't got none of that. Not even close to it. Nothing close to it.
Wait, what do you mean can't control?
Like they can't even
Regulate?
control them. Like they can't even regulate them
Where they set up and
or
stuff.
how they set up. You know what I mean?
Why would
'Cause
they control? They're legally built, bro. Like they're legally
exactly
operating
like China still
legally.
has a hand in the U.S. already. They already put their fortune in real estate. Like a lot of these properties, they own it, man. It don't take long to build to pop up a Chinese buffet in any town in the U.S. dog.
Well,
And
the
I'm just
ones
like,
who it
wow.
goes back to bro, it's a deeper thing than that. It goes back to policy and who allowed it. Like the ones who allowed it, like literally, were the previous, not just the previous administrations that were in power. They allowed that stuff to happen. They wanted it that way. Remember, I was telling you about how the policies set in place now makes it very easy for companies to ship offshore jobs to other countries, which is, I told you, slave labor, right? They want to hire other countries' people to do stuff for very low prices and without the use of how we're paying minimum wage and we got insurance and stuff like that, right? But then I think with the Chinese stuff, the money, yeah, you could say some of it goes off to their, if they're still connected to their motherland, but a lot of that money gets cycled between the community, the Chinese community in the U.S. to build more restaurants and stuff. Did you know that?
Yeah. So my thing is, I'm not hating on them. It would be nice to take a book out of the chapter because they're doing something right, dog. Because they're everywhere.
No. Well, they know how to run business, and then the same
Yeah.
could be said, like how you said for the Jewish community, how they know how to run money business,
Mm-hmm.
right? If you missing on that one, the thing with the poly community, this is my opinion only. We don't do what they do in terms of building our own, like Lost the Boss says, a financial community who helps each other, we will pull together money. Like if your restaurant is running so good, okay, let's put this money together and let's build another restaurant and you operate it over there. You get
Mm-hmm.
where I'm coming from? Like we don't do that. We don't have a community that does that. Maybe there is that we don't know about, but in a general sense, we don't. We don't do, like, they already have practices that they've been doing for what, thousands of years.
For centuries, bro.
We are only like how many couple
We barely
thousand we just
scratched
got out of
scratched the surface of it.
yeah, we were busy jumping around trees and murking each other for titles and stuff.
Well,
We're
that's
the
the same way
warfare
they did
people.
in the Bay Area back in the earlier days before our folks came out. All the Chinese would move from China. There'd be like 5, 6 families living in one house to help pay off that house, then send the next family to the next house,
Yeah.
and then help them pay off that house, and
Yeah,
same
see
for
that.
it, repeat the process, and that's how they got all those properties.
And if
So I
we
was like,
follow, if our own community, like if you like you want to refer to Polly once again, if they followed that playbook, I'm pretty sure you would get up in that same level.
yeah,
But we don't. We don't follow, like
we're
everybody
hard
goes their
headed.
separate ways.
Yeah, we're hard
Exactly.
headed.
Stubborn,
Yeah,
hard headed, feel buckle, don't want to listen. What do you call it? Excuse my French. Aikai. Yeah,
yeah.
aikai.
So now it leads the question: could our beliefs in our religion and the culture intertwine with us elevating financially to in this kind of status? Because I'm only saying that because I feel like our community is just every Samoan that everybody go to church, majority, at least majority, right? And everything's based off of whatever religion that you're in because we practice all the religion of whatever the Christianity has brought forth to our country. I feel like, my own personal opinion, that religion and the culture has affected that movement for where everybody can work together. Because I mean, I'm not a stranger of living with the whole family and then having my own thoughts, trying to bring it up together. And same with my brothers. And we all have different opinions and stuff. So we get feel like, man, fuck this shit. I'm gonna go do my own shit. Like we don't. I've lived in that kind of lifestyle where me and my siblings all live together with our parents and try to elevate. But I don't know. We just didn't do it right, man. Because everybody get paid. Everybody want to go take their own wife and their own kids to go eat out, do their own little shopping. And then everybody can, and just not, and having a hard time even just try to pay rent. Because everybody just get their own money and do their own thing, dude. Like, I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there, man. Could religion and culture also play a factor in this?
it's mostly culture.
You think it's mostly of the culture one
Yeah,
versus the religion?
because if it
I
was
don't
really
know.
truly religious, we'll be humble. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
but we ain't humble. That's the problem.
We act humble. We take on the pretense of humility, but we
Yeah.
use that to mask like the pride. We're very prideful people, very prideful, lots of pride, and we try to. I believe this is my opinion. We try to hide it under humility.
Interesting
And
take,
you know,
man.
you said religion, right? I'm gonna have to disagree with you on the religious side because you just brought up one of the communities that does work and it does it works in a religious manner, like it works with what they're teaching their community in terms of finances and stuff like that. The Mormon, bro.
Yeah.
Mormons.
Because they're a
I
cult.
mean,
Mormons.
but they have their dark. Every religion has their dark side, man.
You just
But
said
I think
cult right off the
if
bat.
you talk about it in a sense of like what they're doing that works for their communities, I see a majority of when I look at the Mormon communities and anybody coming, like especially from the poly, especially from Samoans going into that, they're pretty decent on how they got their stuff arranged. But it goes back to what you guys said. It's the hard headedness. I mean, you're not the only one who does that with their siblings. So I do it with mine, and I know a lot of other people. We don't want to get along with each other, so we don't want to help each other out. The reason why the Chinese and the Jewish and the Mormons make it work because they literally operate on a system where you get incentives for making it work to work together, or they put off that thing. It's called a delayed satisfaction. They suffer now. They know you can suffer now, so you get the satisfaction later of a grander life in the future.
Because you hear it all the time, right? From not just Asians, you also hear from the Indian side of the families. The kids, they all have this trauma of like, yeah, I didn't want to go to school. I didn't want to have good grades. But as they got older, they're our age, and they see the careers that they have, they thank their parents for it by sticking it through. All the engineers, all the doctors that we have, all these important jobs that pay over 400,000 are Asian and Indians. You don't really have a lot of the other race involved in that, and I believe that the culture. I kind of feel you guys on that one. The culture has a lot to play. It's influence of the way it goes and how people
Wait. All the
every
other
race
races are
succeed.
doing it, bro. I mean, Indian, Chinese,
Yeah,
Caucasian, African American. They're doing it because they had the what do you call it? The game plan. They're following the game plan.
yeah.
But
I'm
then
sorry. Let me
for
take that
us,
back too. Even Africans too, because the ones from
yeah,
Africa, there's a lot of doctors and engineers.
bro,
A
they're
lot of
on it.
them. Yeah.
It's just we have to switch up our game plan. Like we have to switch up our. So I think that's where our culture like lost the boss is. We're too much warrior. Like we don't want to. We want to be the leader. We want to be the freaking warrior that wins the glory. Like that's too much embedded in us.
Too many
Like
Chiefs.
too many chiefs. That like everybody wanted to be a chief. That's the hard part. When everybody want to be a chief, the company don't work.
Is there ever a family that you know that they respect their chief without talking smack about their chief, whoever's the chief of whoever the Mackay of the family? That's another thing I
Uh,
feel like, man. Every family they complain about their Mackays.
Well, not to brag, but I think about my mom's brother. Nobody talks about him.
Yeah,
Yeah. Because he does
you
the right way.
know.
Reading with the Five Lavis. He
Uh-huh.
gives everything back to the families that come and help out. And he pays off his own family that helped out with everything. He don't take that much money.
I'll
He
be
just
devil's
distributes it
advocate,
really
and
good.
I'll say they won't say it in front of his face, but I'm pretty sure there's people talking behind his back.
Oh, somebody complaining. You might be the favorite. You might like his ways, but the other ones don't. You never know. Lost the
Well,
boss.
I'm just saying, majority of people I talk to, though, like all the family, my mind,
Okay,
my circle,
overall.
yeah, all I got good reviews about the even our Molinga side when he came to my wife's funeral, even our side gave him compliments the way he handled everything.
Well, what about his
Now those
siblings?
are one of the
What about your
bro.
Uncle
Those are one of
siblings?
the
They might hate on him. 'Cause you-
No, they all respect him
they
too.
all respect him too.
Yeah,
see. Those are one of the rare ones you guys.
The
I
rare
think
ones.
we're missing in the. Remember, it's all there was a bunch of them that used to exist in the culture, but
yeah,
now
but
it's
now it just
rare
got corrupted.
nowadays.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it's
You know.
yeah, the corruption. It goes back to power and money, guys.
Hey, one of these
Greed,
days, bro, you got to get your uncle on here, bro, so he can
the
educate
monopoly.
us. You know what I
he's a
mean?
smart guy too. Yeah,
Yeah,
former
get OG up here. Yeah, former Marine, and like get him
financial
up here.
manager, teacher. You know,
Oh,
Yeah,
see, there you
put
go.
us on
He
some
already
game.
had a bro.
So he has a structure. He's been
He
educated.
had a
He's done
structure.
his
The
work.
Marine,
Yeah.
man, you brought up Marine. Everybody know when you bring up Marine, the Marine structure Of course, yeah, that they're set up for success. Duh. Yeah.
They say that the Air Force is smart ones. I just found out recently that it's actually the Marine Corps is like there's a lot of genius.
Because they have
They're
more
just so bored. Well, I'm just saying brain wise, their IQ level is very high, but they're just that dangerous too that a lot of them wants to kill.
Well, the Air Force, they have geniuses too, but they got their geniuses in the sense like nerds. Like they want to just keep being on the computer. They want to
Yeah,
invent stuff. The Marines, smart as hell, but they
yeah,
want to
very
be. They
smart.
don't. They'll get down and dirty. Like
Yeah, they're like the
they're
gruts.
set
Like
up like.
they
because
two
they got
different kind of
more light.
nerds.
They're out there on the field.
Yeah,
Remember
they
U.S.
they, they,
history.
they don't want to stay in the office. They're like, I don't want to do the desk job.
So I think you can look at the story of the military for the U.S. like this. So the Army was the first, right? Let's
Hmm.
get a bunch of soldiers and let's go fight for the United States. But then you have those factions in the armies that the different you have the soldier that was hella smart and all he wanted to work on was maps and getting like what kind of bullets and guns to do. Then you had the soldier that he was a genius, but all he wanted to do was fight people and protect his soldiers. Then you had the one that man, F this, I'm gonna go dive in the water.
Like going with piles.
I'm gonna go hide in the water for a little bit, and if they want to come out, then I'm gonna go get them. And then you had the one, you know what? You guys go over there to those countries. I'm gonna remain here on home. So what are those guys? The lazy soldier, army. The genius soldier just wants to stay on the computer, Air Force. The soldier that always want to protect people and do what is the Marines, and then the soldier that just wants no, I'm gonna stay here at home. The National Guard. You get it? It's like family members all branched off into their own specialty.
It was all
Oh,
good until
sorry.
you
The
said,
army is not. The army is not lazy. The
"Yeah,
army is
get it
just
right."
the everyday soldier. No,
The everyday soldier, the
not
foot
the lazy
soldiers.
soldier.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
yeah,
foot
yeah.
soldier. Like they don't give a f. They just we're fighting, man. Just get in line. Just do what we say.
But the Air Force did come from the Army, though. They split off from the
Yeah,
Army.
all of them came from the army. Like they all branched out like that. But like you said, it goes back to man. You hear Marines, oh, everybody already know they were set up for success, right? Army people, a lot of army people set up for success in their own way. Like, but you had to find your own path. But I still know that they're successful people, military people in general, right? Set up for success.
Some.
Well, some man, sadly, some go down the darker route, where on the road to that success that they're being set up to, they start learning the dark parts about human behavior when they go to wars. And you guys already know, like a lot of Samoans got to deal with PTSD. I know my pops was part of it. Did you know when you have a family member that has PTSD, you can actually be a part, you can actually have PTSD as well? Because that family member will cause you to experience some of the trauma that they're going through.
I
You
didn't
guys
know
know that
that.
stuff? Like
Because they're feeding your brain about that experience.
they won't talk about the guns and stuff, but they'll be argumentative. They'll fight with you. They'll if you're a younger person, they'll discipline you more often than not. There's studies about this stuff. Like you can
Trauma.
literally have trauma from a person with PTSD if you were raised by a person with PTSD.
Now that I can see that. I can
But
see
some
that
people are
happening.
just natural with it.
You think so?
What
They're just
naturally?
cutting, man. That's all.
Oh man, you mean mental illness and
Yeah, they're just born
Rick,
with it.
man. Not that we're trying to laugh at that stuff, but yeah, she's
Yeah, man. And then I want to run into the last one, man, which is what is it? The fortune cookies, guys. Told y'all a little bit about the story, yo. And I'm just gonna paint the picture to the audience, man. It was about 2003, maybe '04. My cousin, he was in the Navy at the time. He comes back from deployment. We end up, I don't know, I can't remember what Asian restaurant we end up at. There was a group of us. And then, at the end of when we're done eating, they pass out the fortune cookies and stuff. So as you know, every fortune cookie has a little note in there, the fortune to tell your fortune, right? He goes ahead, he's like, "Hey, Oops, man, every time you read whatever the fortune is, make sure you say in bed at the end of it." So I was like, "What are you talking about, man?" He's like, "Just read it, bro. Just read it." So then I started reading it, and I ended up in bed. And we had a good chuckle off of it because the crazy thing about it is, every time you say in bed at the end of the story of whatever you're reading, it almost makes sense, guys. You know. So like I was telling Lost the Boss, I went ahead and chopped some stuff up, and then I'm gonna read some stuff off to y'all. I was gonna get some fortune cookies, but I didn't have the time to go get them. I went ahead and, thanks to Google and technology, they went ahead and spit out some of the sentences or some of the fortunes that they had. So there's 10 of them that came out. One of them says that you don't need more motivations, you need more information in bed. You know what I'm saying? There's another one that says like they call it free because they already got paid in bed. You know what I mean?
I like that one.
That's pretty good, huh? Don't mistake comfort for progress in bed. So, ladies and
Wait,
gentlemen, man,
bro,
what,
go back to the one you said before that last one.
you don't need more motivations. You need more information in bed.
No, the next one.
They call it free. They call it free because they already got paid in bed.
That's a
That's
dark
cold.
one right there, bro.
That's right.
That's a dark. That's a toxic one right there. What the hell?
Hey,
That
here's
can go so
another.
many ways. Zeus.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's another one
man.
right there, man. Here's another one. The economy is doing well, just not for you in bed. Damn, that means that coochie
Oh, that is cold,
loose.
bruh.
Oh.
No.
If it sounds too fair, follow the money in bed.
What?
Hey, so I like to challenge all the listeners, y'all. Man, you find yourself at Panda Express or at a Chinese buffet or any Asian restaurant and you get that fortune cookie, man. Go ahead and rip out that fortune and read it out loud. And remember the Why Who's podcast. And always end it with
What
in
the-
bed. In bed.
Why you?
Why? Oops?
What?
Yeah, yo. Yeah, man. Hey, but I want to do a shout out to those sailors that came up with whoever came up with this idea and thought about it was like, he definitely was gay in the Navy. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can think about, bro. There's a lot of hormone thing going on that end. That's why I was like, totally, that's hella gay, Oos. But at the same time, it's genius. It's genius, Oos.
Simple but funny.
And there is no problem with you being gay.
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying, you
There's
spend a
nothing
lot of
wrong
time
with
on
it.
that ship. Spend a lot of time on the ship, you start thinking a lot of stuff, and damn, it makes sense. I was like, wow.
Totally, but I'm pretty sure they have like the opposite sex on the ship and stuff too, right? Like
Oh, yeah, they do.
females and stuff.
Yeah, they do, but still, though, everything happens in bed.
I don't
I
know.
mean, like prison.
It happens anywhere in prison.
You know, in prison, I can't speak for. Yeah, I've never been there, but everybody knows the stories. They know the people who live through the stories.
Oh, speaking of that, did you hear about? Remember that killer that killed the 4 college students in Idaho? Like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, in 22.
What happened to that dude?
Yeah, what happened?
Well, anyways,
Refresh my mind.
He had a court hearing. He got 4 licenses, 4 maximum licenses for 4 murders, and then he got other charges for like kidnapping, torturing, whatever. He got another 10 years slapped on him. But one of the victims' sibling was reading a last note to him, and she read the whole page, right? And then she went to P.S. This is from my daughter to you. He was like, because he was a college kid, he was a nerd. So she's like, you might have got straight A's in high school, straight A's in college, but you're gonna get big D's in jail.
Oh,
You can hear the courtroom laughing, bro.
oh,
When she
the
read that
courtroom
note.
was laughing. Oh,
Damn.
man.
She said it with a straight face and everything. The sister, I was like, damn, that's from her daughter to you. And you saw his face, he was like, oh man.
But think about it, Usos. Think about it. Like these statements literally say what everybody knows goes on in these places, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no disciplinary action or anything, right? They don't stop it. They don't try to prevent it. Kind of speaks to how sick we are as the U.S. government and how our jail system operates, right?
Yeah.
If you really think about how dark that is, that you could say it out in court, and the judge laughs, the court laughs, everybody laughs. I mean, I'm not standing up for that dude that killed the 4 people, but you can say stuff like this and people will laugh about it. It kind of goes back to the same thing about what I always tell Katie, why I'm up in arms over that whole Epstein list. The fact that these effers can still do what they do and nobody's arrested for molestation and sexual
Still living
slavery
life,
use
yep.
of kids, right? That's a little something to put out there for all of you viewers and listeners. Think about it. When people are laughing about stuff, right? How dark are we? How bad is it? It's bad. You're going to take a couple of D's there, but they ain't going to stop it. Like, they know about it, right? The prison system knows about it. They ain't going to stop it.
All right, they're
Freaking
gonna
the
set them
judge
up.
knows about it. They literally set them up for it. Like, literally as if saying, yeah, that's your punishment. That's why I go with Ron DeSantis' punishment. Why send them there, waste all that money to keep them that way when, right? Just slap the death penalty on them. Boom.
Man, that's
But
crazy.
a lot of people
Yus.
don't believe in the death penalty. That
All right, so that's all I got for our topics, guys. Got so smooth. Did you want to go ahead and introduce the next segment that we're going to be introducing that's going forward?
Oh yeah, okay. So our YU's audience, Lost the Boss, Kenny Mofonu, we're all over here. We're gonna drop a business segment also. We're gonna call it the Business Beep. All right, everybody. So this is gonna be the Business Beep with your Usos here. Let me see if I can bring this up and see if everyone can see. Make sure I got the right window going. We're gonna check the crypto markets first, Usos. Is that all right with you guys?
Hey, that's fine news.
Okay, man. Here we go. Transition this in. You guys see this?
Yeah.
So far, the crypto market, if we're talking about the crypto market from BTC, holding steady at 118, everything is flat. Ever since that freaking Fed meeting, nothing happened. The economy is strong, but everything is flat. None of the coins are rising. They're all at the same. If you see red,
Hey, Oos,
it's all flat.
can you hear us, guy? Can you hear us? Because your voice just went echoed.
Is it echoing?
Yeah.
Yes,
You hear that,
sir.
La?
Okay, I'm gonna get back right here. Anyhow, I think I gotta fix the
Technical.
audio on that next one. How's it going right
Oh,
now?
okay. Now you're back
good
to
now.
clear. Yeah. That was
Yeah,
cool that you were
it's-
able to play it in the back and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but you
it's
ain't
just,
crypto.
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 you can't just share it on the screen and stuff.
No, it has I gotta fix the audio on that because trying to come through to put it up on screen for your because you're the
Mhm.
host and I'm doing it from my end. Anyhow, in the crypto markets, everything is flat. And there's because of that stupid meeting where Jerome
Federal
Powell,
meeting?
he's the Fed head. He's saying, nah, we're not gonna cut rates. None of the markets are rising in the crypto market. None of the coins are rising. It's just same old, same old. If you're wanting to buy in, I can't. Like I said, I don't know. It's up to you if you want to buy in now. Not financial advice. If you're looking to sell, just my suggestion: if you hold Bitcoin, don't sell your Bitcoin. That stuff is going to be worth trillions of dollars in the future. And then you go over to the regular stock market and stuff. Stocks are hot. They're kind of jumping, but they don't want to jump because there's still no cuts. Those things are not going to cut. Is it a good time to buy in? Again, not financial advice, but I would wait. I would wait to see if it drops even more. You can get it at a discount. If it rises, maybe a good time to sell. You can make a profit. Those are one of the last things on our, business beat section. Oh, I also wanted to add, brothers, like I'm looking over here at the current news that just came out in terms of like marketing and stuff. I guess the president, he's been taking a lot of W's. He's been getting a lot of wins on freaking the tariffs. Like everybody who's speaking against the tariffs. South Korea, he just got a trade deal with South Korea. And then, I guess they negotiated 15% tariffs, right? On that end. So, yeah, the data shows the economy is hot. U.S. is coming back. jobs are coming back to the U.S. and we only just got to deal with the stupid Fed rates. That's all I got for the business beep.
Nice. And then you're gonna want to introduce everybody with the dedication hotline. Let the viewers know. Yeah,
I
that's
don't
a
even know
nice
if
one.
shoot.
Do you want
We're
to
gonna
share
start.
about
Okay,
it?
yeah. Let's. So if you have, if you want us, we're gonna start doing. What the hell was that?
Sorry, wrong one.
Somebody's laughing at me.
No, right
Cody,
there.
get-
That's the transition sound right here. Here you go.
That was
Yeah.
a bad transition earlier.
All right. Tell you, I just now remember to hit mark. Nah, I just marked that one. Those.
I thought that transition
Oh,
was gonna go
man.
somewhere else. In bed.
So, YU's audience, if you guys all haven't realized, we're starting to upgrade a lot of things right here on the YU's podcast. We're leveling up. This is the things that Kenny and Lost the Boss and Edie have been trying to get into position, which is happening now. And we want you to help us on it. And if you feel like you love the show, you really are supporting us, we're doing a little something new called a dedication hotline, where we send out dedications to you, anyone that you want to make a dedication to. This used to be done back in the day for those of you who are Generation X and before. You all used to remember going on the radio and sending out those dedications to the ones you love, the ones you want to make fun of sometimes, or you're just your typical friend, right? So send an email right there. I think if we could post it once again, Kenny, once again, service
There you
at
go, buddy.
yus.com, 150 to 200 words dedication. And if you drop us, so we're giving these out for $5 a piece, a little measly $5 US. That'll go a long way to help support the YU's podcast. We love to bring a couple more entertaining factors to you while we're doing this podcast, not just your everyday updated topics. So we'll make those dedications. We'll get them out. And if you want to do a hella special dedication where you want us to kind of spice it up a bit with what we always do out here, you haven't seen our skills on the graphics design side. Drop us $20 and we'll get it to you. So it's either $5 for the regular 150 to 200 word dedication, or a $20 special dedication. Because you guys all got it, right? And then we'll give you an example, because I want to send a shout out to my baby mama. This dedication is out to you, baby girl. Thank you for being who you are. We're always here. We'll meet up in the future, and you know what it is. How about you guys? I'm gonna have Last Boss and Kenny Moore for send dedications of their own, just to tell you, give you all a feel of how this flows. Let's go.
This one right here is a dedication from Toa Concrete, based out of Portland, Oregon. He's saying, if you need concrete, patio, any of that stuff fixed around your house, reach out to Toa Concrete. We'll post everything below the link. So shout out to you, Toa Concrete. Chill.
Hit us, Lost. What you got going there?
And I gotta give a shout out from our local company here, Prenup JT Demolition. If you need your shit blown up, just give them a call. Check them out, jtdemolition.com.
There you go. So that's how it's going to work, ladies and gents. If you want to support us in the future with the YU's podcast, drop us email in that service at YU's. Kenny will put it up once again. And then, it's just $5 for 150 to 200 word dedication. And if you want to go the extra mile for us, $20, we'll get you there with some hella spiced up. That's the dedication hotline right here on the YU's podcast.
That's fire right there, Oos. That's fire right there, dog.
Yeah.
Hit that
It's
mark
not just
button on
fire. That's the fire dance right there. Totally. Don't forget to put back the fire dance. Remember the fire dance she used to have?
Oh, for reals?
That's when you say fire. We should put that up. Fire dance.
Yeah, that sound bit, man. Shout out to Ben Jeezy with the, drop the fire umu. Yeah, this is drop the fire umu.
Miss you, Ben Jeezy. Miss you. So,
what's up, Benji?
For real, yo. But that's all we got, man. And then, we're going to end it with, which I was supposed to do in the beginning of the show, was a motivational post.
Oh, yeah.
Created by Queen, also known as Ill or Illy. You know what I mean? Today's motivational post, man, is like, life is too short, y'all. to stay content. Do something with your life. You know what I mean? Stay positive, yo. That's all we got right now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Kenny Mofanuo.
Lost the boss.
Guy so smooth.
And we out, baby.
Powered by Riverside.
Got his background, yo.